Hey, what's up, you guys? Grim Xena back at again with another video. Today we're talking about the new Weezer album, OK Human. And without wasting too much time, let's get into it. OK Human is a good album, and I stand by that, and I will die on that hill. OK Human sounds awesome. The album sounds so natural. It's made out of an orchestra, basically. There's not a lot of artificial sounds like synth beat, like trap beats, obviously, because they do pop punk, but you get what I mean. It's symphonic. There's violins, there's cellos, there's all this stuff that makes the album sound so good, so awesome. It's just sounds awesome, and just for that reason, I gave it a listen. You should give it a listen. But let's get into more talking points of the album. First of all, yes, this had an orchestra behind it. Also, this album was a surprise album. Surprise album by Weezer. Weezer was supposed to release an album last year called Van Weezer. They rescheduled it to drop this year, and while they rescheduled Van Weezer, they brought this album back out from the depths of whence it came, added more songs, put in a nice pretty package, and put it on my Spotify stream. And I listened to the entire thing while playing video games, which is the best way to listen to music, because I can focus on the music if it's a chill video game. But anyway, this album is 30 minutes long, not very long, very nice, concise time for a 12-song album, and I think it's one of the best pop-punk albums that has come out of the recent years, or year for that matter. It's probably my favorite album of 2021 already, and we're still in January, and I don't even know the other albums, but yes, it's definitely my favorite album of 2021. It's going to be my favorite album of January 2020. This album is the quintessential quarantine album. This album deals with themes that relate to quarantine, such as passing the time listening to an audiobook, social media woes, etc., etc. I'm not going to spoil all the things. If you want to give the listen, the storytelling in this album is amazing. I loved the storytelling. It was very good to hear that Rivers was getting back into a more storytelling thing. Rivers sounds just as good as he did on the Blue album. You know, he sounds great. His voice is not faded one bit. The album definitely takes a lot of inspiration from quarantine activities, what you did during quarantine, things everyone did during quarantine, it's just later on in the album it gets more emotional. I heard a lot of people even cried when it got to the end, or when some of the songs came around, such as Bird with a Broken Wing. I think these songs are great. Every single one of the songs on there are basically a banger. I don't even know which one would be my least favorite. I'd have to give this like 10 more listens to find out which one is my least favorite, because they're all so good. Now, to emphasize on some of the storytelling that is in this album, we'll talk about the first song, which was also the teaser song, All My Favorite Songs. All My Favorite Songs deals with, in my perspective, the highly budding giant growth of social media culture. And what I mean by social media culture is like cancellation, the effort to be a golden boy in the eyes of social media weirdos, and referencing that social media pressure make people feel worse about themselves. They can't find anyone on social media. it's very, very interesting to think about the themes of this album, because this album, not just being a good way to get that, audio pleasure from listening to good music, but also thinking about the themes, the story in the album. Ed Rivers has always had good themes in his albums or his songs. If you think about one of his most famous songs, which is Say It Ain't So, that obviously focuses around the theme of how alcoholism drove his family apart, which I thought was very interesting. I thought that song is one of his best songs just for that. But yeah, this album is awesome all around. Sure, it is very broad. Some of the things are broad in the beginning of the album. It definitely gets more focused on Rivers' own feelings. He definitely becomes more vulnerable during this album. It's probably the most vulnerable Rivers has been in quite some time. Probably since, like, Pinkerton. I would give this album a light 8 to a strong 9. An 8.5 out of 10 is my score for this album. Now, if you want to listen to this album, it is on Spotify, YouTube Music, etc., etc. I would advise listening to this album. Give it a listen. It is only 30 minutes. It's not super long. It's an album. Albums tend to be on the little longer side, but this is a good, nice thing. Again, 8.5. Great album, great composition, great lyrics. Let's get to the conclusion of the video. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you have not already, please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 100 subs. 100 subs, we will be doing a giveaway for one sticker, handmade sticker. And yeah, 100 subs, never gonna happen, definitely. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, share, subscribe, whatever. Hit the bell, obviously, so you get notified next time I make a video. And thank you. Go listen to the album. Thank you. Bye.